Thank you so much. Don't get out very much, to my surprise. Much more than ever, we had so much fun. Much fun is hard won. Couldn't hold on much longer. How much is that doggy in the window? He don't eat much. I don't eat much. Do you eat much, you sick fuck? Even if no one notices, they remember that much, so don't keep that mutt in the basement. Well-spoken, sensitive types yip the glories of the goddess of idle fellows. The new guru lurks by the church and guards, and when hitter gilly do, witchling cobbly now, doggers and selkies and old cat tried to lead a ragtag bunch out of the darkness to take that hill back in the trees. Those headlight eyes, mere kids, mere cats. A mere tow-headed pigeon boy goes back to Miami. Scrimsel puka piast. Where's your good book now? Attitude, latitude, whip your own navy. Sail for where you want to go. Bumped into an elephant at the Howards last Saturday. We chatted and rumbled and sounded and looked around for our Susans. If it fits in the room, some elephants ought to be there for subtle conversation. Fantastic memories, fixed and transcendent. Leave them alone to lean in the corner, to drink anything they can get a trunk on, to wrap around any shiny object, bound to change the subject when the baby lays down. Mother and child in the room, almost every room, when the curtain comes down. And for some reason, I feel like reading this. I was visiting my son Tyler a few weeks ago in the Redwoods, and here's something I wrote at the time on more than a few weeks, months, or a year ago. A long time ago. It's called The Horse Tooth. With Ty in the hills northeast of Cheyenne, I found a horse tooth in the Oligocene White River Formation. I gave the fossil to Ty and talked about evolution of the horse, who lived here 35 million years ago. Then, I said, it was warmer. Imagine, Wyoming was tropical. He was silent. You're a lot bigger than that horse, I went on. The older a horse tooth, the smaller the horse, until Eohippus, the first horse, 50 million years ago. Imagine, a horse the size of Jack the dog. Ty finally looked up and asked, will there be a swimming pool at our hotel tonight? What's that spell? When the water was turned off but kept running, a bird landed in a dead tree and stayed alive. We called it bird, as if we knew. And someone said, this is sandstone. And Ma said, clean the cave. And shadows flickered on the wall. And we talked about finger paint and thought, what's up with all the archives built at sea level? And we pondered space-time, how it bends, waves, says hello, probably breaks in the end, a perfect planet. Blue sky over a couple of guys reading the Times, drinking another cup of cattail, longing to take an atom bath, cleanse the courts, lighten your joints. Let's go to America and meet some Americans. Bird chatter, big top barter, buy a ladder, climb up and jump off, as if we were at Woodstock listening to Country Joe and everyone was given an F and a U. Some kids got rocks in their heads, better than shit for brains, but really, the teachers would hold them down and the principal pushed little rocks from Arkansas or anywhere into their ears, one after another, and they grew bigger than the head. Think it aches? School, a subtle loss, usually not atom bombs, not hand grenades, but other children in Roman suits. A kid named Steve in a hoplite mask, right in front of the other boys, face to face, bloodless they stood. But it's hard to stand, leg to stone, as hope can crumble, he walks along, a little assassin, doling out dead legs, practicing for love and war. That little bastard. The last alert system had a glitch, swinging around the sun, aiming for earth, for air, for breath. The computers began to breathe in Mr. Smith's class. Someone whiny forgot in a room forgot. Some handler let it slip out. Some broker found it broken. Some fixer never answered the call. Some paver mixed it up all wrong. Some old professor of what's what. Some astronaut dropped the wrench. Some works remained unfinished. Some masterpieces went by fire. Some directions could not but be. Some dead ends, some narrow roads. Some potholes are called craters. Some vermin become leaders. Some snakes fall out of the sky. Some cowboy comes into your life. Some chimps wander. Some chimps decide to just settle down for a while and buy their bananas at City Market. And just one more here. And this is apparently called Dear Kyle. I wish it was 1968 and we were driving across Iowa. Soil of family, gravel of sermon, grandfather's teeth on the breakfast table. Having a pipe for understanding far enough to nothing really surprises. Old news, older, faster. Still, one day I walked to the bus stop and learned the word assassination. All the kids with their paper lunches spread out, lunking, ringing. A station wagon appeared to take me away. One guy held his breath for 6.5 hours in a Datsun truck until we crossed the Minnesota line. Idiots out wandering around, couple of poets in a car, burning, building, eating, speeding across America, seasick sailors mid-continent, heading for the coast if east or west, back or forth, both and young Jack Mueller in the back seat, sonorous, hailing passers-by, giving direction, trailing the tape. The book begins there. Green field symmetry stretches its arms and feeds the world with landmines, false summits, Fata Morganas. All desert roads lead back to Iowa with Ron and Dick and Dada and High Ted and you setting the bass on your knee, looking straight into the Super 8, saying cosmography, orthography, photography is true poetry. And I say, hey, look, as we fly past a tree full of hanging rocks in the middle of Iowa, Hawkeyes on power poles, Volkswagen Vortex, Adrenaline Nation grown old before my eyes, black and white village nights, the buzz of city streets, African hazards, hanging metals, sizzling neons, Bazillion poems, painters, friends, and lovers. Eeny, meeny, miny, holy, holy, holy. 16 ripped landscapes. Blind spirochetes spouting waves of what might be sounds. Sounds crazy enough when light. It's true enough to drive up the hill and find a parking spot right in front of 219 Andover. Captain Neely lashed to the prow,